Okay, back again, and to show you how to stitch in the signature, I've just got some of the music paper and I've cut them to the right size. I've kept the other bits somewhere, all the ends of the paper that were too long. I've just kept and just been making another little mini book that'll go towards another journal somewhere. I don't know if it will fit in this one. So you get your paper, your signature, which is basically your pages folded together. I like tearing them with a ruler, so I don't mind rough edges and things like that, so it's up to you whether you like them neat. I find if I cut them with scissors they go all wonky, at least they're straight. Just tuck them into the fold there. If it's thick, if it's thicker, I use little kind of mini clips, bulldog clip things, but when it's just a few papers you can just use paper clips. I've got a bit bigger ones. Okay, so again, I'm not an exact measurer, so I'll just sort of eyeball the center. I usually fold it because sometimes you can end up kind of going crooked and ending up either side. You want to try and get as much on that valley fold, and then I just usually do about 1 inch from the ends. And then of course I pre-prepared but normally if I measure, you want to see, if you want it tidy in the middle, you start from the center and just leave, you know, I don't know, a couple of inches or whatever, and then you're measuring up. But because I'll show you this way, if you want to do it, I like to leave it with something to put beads or some kind of decorations on, because I like that. So if you want it like that, I leave a bit longer tail, and then I'll just measure up to the first hole, back down to the second, back up to the center with a bit to spare. So yeah, and I'm starting on the outside because I want the tail hanging out. I'll just take that out for a minute. I tend to make my journals reasonably plain to a degree because I do a lot of journaling, so I'll add to them as I go. Unless I'm making a journal for someone, I'll probably put in a few more pockets and little starter things, tuckaways and things, just to get them started. But if it's someone that knows how to journal, they probably rather make their own mark. But then I'll just throw in a few little bits and pieces because it's fun to have different ephemera from other people's collections. Okay, so I don't worry too much about how tight it is as I'm doing it, because once you can actually just gently tension it and just make sure that it's, oops, I put it out. I don't normally do that. So just tension it fairly tight, and then I just do a reef knot. And then I leave the tails because I don't know how long I'll need them. So I'm just going to put this back in, so wherever it goes. Get rid of those, don't need those anymore. I'll just show you where we're up to, which is kind of a bare bones book that you can start collecting and adding things to, which I'll probably do a little vid tomorrow. Vid, look at me, all cool. I'm not really. Okay, so what we've got so far is a basic cover, some music sheets in there with a pamphlet stitch. Then we've got another one. Looks like I've gone a little bit wonky. I think that's what I did. I missed just very slightly. Just ease it. Oh, I've done it very wonky anyway. That's okay. And then I've just got the little pages there. Open up. Oops, and they'll have some decorations on them. Open up, and then I've just got a page pinned in, and you can add more journaling notes to that. And there's the start of your little junk journal. Thanks.